Hi everyone, here is AhkTaar and welcome back on my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm gonna talk about the mythic heroes you need to pick first because a lot of people, a lot of players are asking me should I really want to pick Ilcaster first. Do you think it is a good idea? Do you think I shouldn't pick Lucifer instead? Is he better or not? Or should I pick another one? I have Ben Austin without exclusive. Should I pick another one instead of increasing his exclusive number? I'm gonna answer to you in this video. You're gonna see it's gonna be super simple. First of all, one hero that you are gonna use everywhere. There is only one mythic hero that you want to have for sure in your account. It's Ben Austin. You can take him as a first pick or a second pick, but you don't for sure. You shouldn't try to pick him as the third mythic hero. The first thing I recommend for you is to pick one mythic hero and then to increase his exclusive number first before taking another one. Then it's gonna depend on the exclusives of the hero you picked. For example, if I pick Ben Austin, if you don't increase his exclusive to exclusive 3, he will lose a huge amount of potential. If you pick Nordac, if you put only 2 exclusives on him, then it's gonna be okay, because at the moment the third one only increases his defense damage on the first skill, but you don't need that. But the second one is great because it's gonna increase all allies max HP by 25%, which is pretty awesome. Then you have many different things. For example, if you take Nordac, maybe it's not mandatory to get exclusives on him, because he can still apply the damage immunity, which is pretty insane. The shield here, he will still cleanse attribute debuffs from all allies, and this is pretty nice, you know. You don't care about the basic attack, he's just gonna deal some damage, and then with the passive, without exclusive, he's gonna bring a huge amount of buffs on all allies and still copy all buffs using the ultimate. So this one, if you want to pick him as the first mythic hero, you don't need to put exclusives on him. He will be better with 2 exclusives. Even if you want to play with HP burning heroes, you can use him with the second exclusive, but at the moment we have Pauline. If you have Pauline, you have a better buff than this one, so you don't need exclusive on Nordac. If you want to pick him, only put no exclusive and take another one, then it's okay, it's gonna be okay. But I don't recommend to pick Nordac as the first one. Ben Austin for sure, because everybody is using him everywhere. He is the best mythic hero in the game because he can increase every damage you are gonna do with every teams in the game. He is the best one you want to have on all your guild boss team, because once he is exclusive 3, he will use this ultimate every turn, because the cooldown resets if you don't kill the target using this skill with the pursuit, and you can't kill bosses with this one. Or every time you're gonna use it, you're gonna make deal some damage on the boss, but he won't die. And if he dies, the fight is over. So during all the fight, you can use the ultimate of Ben Austin to make all your allies pursue the target. That means all your allies in your team are gonna do an extra basic attack on the enemy. And so if you use him with daughters, for example bleeders, they are gonna inflict more bleeds during the fight, which is pretty huge. If you are using him with direct damage, they will deal more damage, more attacks, really awesome. If you use him with other heroes, controllers, for example, with Nazil, for example, they always are gonna freeze control enemies with the basic attack. It's awesome. And also in Arena, it's really great because he can remove all the buffs from the target before using this and apply a resistance to buffs. And so it's gonna be huge in PvP. Also, it's great in the Green Mark Tower because you can remove the shield on the boss, and it's a great combo to use him with Hezonja. So one of the best combo in the game. Ben Austin is awesome. In Arena also, he can increase the cooldowns of the enemy's skills using these skills, so it's awesome. And the basic attack, if you use it, your highest attacker in your team is gonna pursue the target, and it's gonna be great. Also, he can lower the defense by 60% using this, so it's awesome in every content in the game. You can use him in arena, guild boss, dungeon. You can use him everywhere. So it's the most played mythic hero in the game at the moment, and this is for a good reason. He is the best in my opinion. So you can take him as the first pick. For sure you can. And try to increase his exclusive until he is exclusive 3. Don't switch your mythic hero. Use only him until exclusive 3. Best advice ever. Then, what do you want to take next? Let me talk about Luna. Because everybody is talking about Luna early game, telling you that she is the best mythic hero early game because she can heal, she can revive, she can cleanse, buff attack, etc. No, no, no. I never picked her on my global account. I'm able to clear all content. I don't need her. Let me explain it. If you pick her, yeah, she can revive. And then she provides no defense buff, no tenacity buff, no damage immunity, no immortal. She provides no consolidation, no defensive buff. And so she has the same amount of HP and defense than your other supports. If she dies, she cannot revive. And even if she revive an ally, this ally is gonna have only 40% HP on him if you have enough exclusives on her. And then your ally is gonna die in the same turn. So, no, in my opinion, she is useless. She is clearly useless. It's okay to revive, but then what do you want to do? If your ally dies, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And you have to use her with a lot of effect hit in order to lower the attack of the enemy that attacks her. So, yeah, you are gonna need a lot of stats on her. Speed for the arena and dungeon, because you want her to be faster than bosses and enemies in the arena to boost your turn meta. You want her to be tanky, so you need some HP defense, and you want to have a lot of effect hit on her in order to apply the attack down, and then she's gonna be interesting. Also, she can hypnotize with the basic attack, but that's pretty all. You need a lot of things, so she is clearly not great in the game at the moment, in my opinion. She will help you in some content, but trust me, this is not the best pick you can do. Now I would like to talk about some DPS. We have Ilcaster. He has been reworked. Ilcaster is now one of the best mythic hero in the game, because if you read his skills, he has only 3 turns of cooldowns on his second skill and 85% chance to apply a freeze and a horrify in AoE. This cooldown is awesome because every time he's gonna use the basic attack, if he has more than 50% HP, he is gonna get 30% more turn meta. That means if you use him with Ben Austin, for example, and Catherine, then every time he's gonna pursue the target and counterattack, he is gonna get 30% more turn meta. That means he's gonna play super often, and you can put him in every kind of team. I mean, you can have some control, so it's gonna be easy to deal with waves. He can deal a lot of damage if you build him with effect hit, crit rate, crit damage and attack. And he can increase the attack of your heroes once he is exclusive too. And so, if you play with bleeders, poisoners, or burners, or direct damage dealers, then you will enhance their potential using him. And also, if you use him with direct damage dealers, he is gonna lower the defense and the tenacity in AoE by 60% the defense and the tenacity. It's awesome. This is the best DPS support hero in the game. He destroys enemies, he enhanced your power, he controls enemies super often, he plays really often, and he can revive if he is dead. You have the first exclusive and you kill a target, then he is gonna revive. And if you inflict too much HP on him, he is gonna put on himself damage immunity, and so he won't die. This is awesome. This hero is just awesome. Super strong. Now let's talk about Lucifer. Is it better to pick Lucifer or Ilcaster? If you want to pick Ilcaster, you can use him with the other heroes you already have on your team, on your account. If you have bleeders, poisoners, he is gonna enhance them. If you have direct damage dealers, it's the same. Burners, same. But if you pick Ilcaster, that means on your account at the moment, if you pick Lucifer, sorry, that means on your account you don't have any great damage dealer. If it's the case, then maybe Lucifer is a good pick. But if you don't have, if you struggle in dungeons against the waves or in campaign, the best thing I can tell you is to pick Ilcaster. He's gonna be better than Lucifer. He's gonna be better in all content, but the arena. Lucifer is awesome in the arena because he can deal a crazy amount of single target damage. And this is the only difference with them. Lucifer is going to deal more damage, but Ilcaster is going to enhance the power of your team and still deals a lot of damage. And also he can control enemies, waves. So Ilcaster, in my opinion, I prefer now Ilcaster than Lucifer for sure, because at the moment in the arena, for example, you have Nicholas exclusive 3, Pauline, etc. Trust me, Lucifer is obsolete now. You don't need him. You can't kill enemies because in high rankings in arena, enemies all have, players all have Nicholas exclusive 3, and so Lucifer is obsolete now. So, Lucifer is still great, okay, I agree, but yeah, I would prefer to pick this one instead. So, if you play another hero, another DPS who is not an HP burning hero, he is gonna enhance your potential. So, he is probably one of the best pick in the game. Ben Austin is the best one, Ilcaster is maybe the second one. Then, let's talk about Nita. In my opinion, she is super interesting at the moment because she can apply a ton of poisons. She can inflict deep poisoning and trigger poisons. That means she's gonna inflict the poison damage when she is gonna use this skill if enemies have poisons on them. Poisons also lower the damage inflicted by the enemy by up to 15%, which is pretty insane. And also she is gonna deal a lot of damage and in AoE apply a ton of poisons. She is one of the best counter to Nicholas exclusive 3 teams in the arena, and she is great in dungeons. She is awesome in dungeons. She's gonna deal a lot of damage and every time apply some poisons using the basic attack because she has 100% chance to inflict a layer of poison with that. That means you don't need a lot of effect hit on her in order to make this work. She has 90% chance with the ultimate. You need only maybe 60-70% effect hit in order to make her effective. She is awesome, and also she is immune to all dot, and she's gonna convert poisons into heal. She is just awesome. And every time the enemy is gonna cleanse a poison, she's gonna pursue the target and inflict a poison again on someone at random. This is awesome. She is great. So, Ben Austin's still the first one to pick, then Ilcaster probably, or you can pick Nita. Or Lucifer, but yeah, Lucifer, yeah, I don't know. They are all great, you know, but I don't think that there is a bad choice to do between these four, you know. If you pick Ben Austin as first or as second, then if you pick another one from these three here, it's okay. Then let's talk about Lucia. In early game, maybe she is not a great hero to pick because she requires a ton of things in order to shine. I mean, in endgame, you get some crit rate bonuses from talents, from the sanctuary, and maybe if you use her with some specific heroes such as Megan, she's gonna get more crit rate, but she is clearly not a hero you want to focus on early game, because she needs crit rate, crit damage, effect hit, mastery in order to be a great. She's gonna deal a lot of direct damage, and bleed damage, so she needs a crazy amount of stats. Otherwise, in endgame, she is probably insane because she has a lot of piercing rate. She's gonna deal a crazy amount of direct damage and bleed damage, but you need a crazy amount of stats on her, so I don't recommend you to pick her as the first mythic hero on your account. Trust me, it's not a good choice. But otherwise, she's gonna apply a ton of bleeds, and also if you have Ben Austin, she's one of the best bleeder in the game because using the pursuit she can apply up to 3 bleeds, and this is just insane. The best bleeder with the basic attack. With Ben Austin, it's gonna be insane. So then, let's talk about Brynhild. In my opinion, she needs a rework. She is interesting, I don't say anything else, but she lacks damage, she lacks utilities for your heroes, she can remove all the buffs on the enemy and apply an hypnotize, she can transform, increase the defense of your heroes. Once she has 3 exclusives, after maybe 4 or 5 turns, she can refresh all the cooldowns of all heroes in AoE, but it's gonna take a lot of time. And also, she has a weird mechanic because she has 2 different forms, and to set it in for auto battles, trust me, it's gonna be a nightmare. You can't set this correctly at the moment. So yeah, she's gonna inflict a lot of damage if she is in this form. Using the basic attack, a lot of defense damage. If you are gonna build her with crit rate, crit damage, and defense, this is the way to build her. But then, she is not gonna give you a lot of things in your team. So trust me, she is not a good pick at the moment. But probably soon, she is gonna be reworked. And then, we should discuss again about her. So now let's talk about Madalina. In my opinion, she deals a decent amount of damage, but she still lacks damage. She does not a lot of things. Let's have a look to her kit. She is gonna inflict a lot of primordial seed on the target, on all targets, passively and with her skills. And once the target has enough layers of primordial seeds on them, they can slay them if they have less than 50% HP. So yeah, that means if you want to use her in the arena, you need to lower the HP of enemies before being able to slash them. And this is the only mechanic with her, so it's not gonna work anywhere. And also it doesn't work against bosses. She's just gonna inflict a bit more damage against bosses because they are immune to that, and so she is gonna deal more damage. So she can be interesting, but she does nothing else. And she lacks damage, so no, she needs a rework, she is not gonna be great. And finally, let's talk about Melchio. Melchio looks pretty insane. The first time you have a look to his kit, he looks pretty insane, but trust me, he is not. He's gonna lack damage, he hits really bad, and also he has a super complex mechanic. Because he has 3 different forms. This is the hardest hero to set up for multi-battles in a game, because you have to switch, you have to choose what skill you want to use, because he has no cooldowns on his skills. You can choose this one, it's an AoE attack, this one, it's not a full AoE attack, you can target 3 targets. This one, basic attack, it's interesting, but every time you use a skill, he's gonna get some unique buffs on him that enhance his skills, and then you can use, maybe if you're in this form, imagine you use this skill, you're gonna get some buffs to enhance your skills, so you're gonna be able to use one of them. Then the buffs are gonna be removed, and then you're gonna enhance again, and then you can use the ultimate skills here. But once you do that, you lose all the unique buffs, and then you're back to the basic skills here that does nothing. Even with exclusives, he's gonna lack everything in the game, so I don't like him at the moment. Clearly not a first pick, don't pick him, wait for a rework. And also, I would like to talk about the amount of exclusives now. For example, if you take Lucifer, don't expect him to deal a lot of damage without exclusives. If you want to play with him, go until you have the 3rd exclusive on him. Otherwise, he's gonna lack some damage, at least the second exclusive. The third one is more for the arena and for waves in order to kill multiple targets in a row using the ultimate. But yeah, you need at least the second one. So he is gonna deal more damage with the basic attack and apply the Severe Wand and the Feebleness 2 for sure without the need of effect hit. So yeah, you need at least 2 exclusives on him. The third one depends on your choice, if you want to play in arena or in dungeon and clear waves faster. Then if you pick Lucia, you have to increase all her exclusives, otherwise she is not going to do the job. Don't pick her and take another mythic hero without increasing her to 3 exclusives. Trust me, bad idea. Same for Nita. Increase her 3 exclusives before switching to another hero. And also I would like to mention something. In my opinion, it's better to pick Ilcaster or Nita because in other content in the game, you can clear all contents with other heroes. But if you jump into the Forgottens, for example, you have not that many DPS in this faction, and so for the faction abyss, he is the best DPS, the best hero you want to have on your team. So here he is almost mandatory if you want to push this faction. And for Nita, you have Walter, etc. on this faction, but you don't have super high damage dealer on this faction. So Nita is almost mandatory here too. Lucifer on his faction, you have many HP burning heroes, so you don't need Lucifer. Melchio, you have need rolled. If you have need rolled, then he's gonna do way better than him. This one is gonna do nothing in the faction. Same for Madalina. She's not going to do anything in the faction, and same for the Tower of Mark. Same here for him. He's gonna remove buffs, but you have many heroes that can remove the shield of the boss, so don't pick him for that. Same for Luna. Don't pick her just because you want to try to survive in the tower. Wait until you have a better solution. You have Anton. Build Anton. He is an epic hero. He will be better than Luna for sure. He brings a consolidation one, a shield, a huge shield. She doesn't provide any shield. So you will survive thanks to Anton and not thanks to her. Nordac. You can pick him, it's not gonna change anything maybe in the faction abyss because you have a lot of support heroes, but he can be interesting in other contents in a game, but yeah, this is not mandatory. You don't need him, trust me, you don't need him. Then we have Lucia. We have other DPS in this faction, especially if you have Mutu, if you have Lomas, it's gonna work well. If you have Dustin to protect your allies, and this kind of team can work until stage 60. I reached 60 stars, sorry, stage 20 with 3 heroes, Mutu, Lomas and Dustin, and I didn't need Lucia, and you have other options in here. So maybe take Lucia after when you already cleared other content in the game. And then you have Brynhild, but you don't need her in any content in the game. Maybe in the Red Mark Tower if you need to remove the shield, but trust me, it is a bad idea to take a mythic hero just to remove the shield because you won't use her anywhere else. Don't pick her just to remove the shield in the tower, it's a bad idea. And she will do nothing in the faction abyss. So yeah, these 2 are the best I recommend with Ben Austin. Clearly they are the best I recommend. So that was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, as usual, please like, comment and subscribe, and then see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Infinite Magicraid. Play to slay.